One of the questions I see all the time surrounding AMC stock is, Clay, what price will trigger the squeeze? Is there a certain price we need to get to before the squeeze happens? How can we get these margin calls going ahead and do we need to reach a certain level? Well, guys, the simple answer is no. Margin calls are much more complicated than just reaching a certain price. I know we spent a lot of time talking about $14.50 and then $20 per share. And of course, these are great levels. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what these levels meant. Moving forward, what are some other significant levels that we need to see in the future and understand a margin call just a little bit better. So of course, if all of this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day. And of course, we're growing our portfolios together. AMC margin call. Understanding margin calls could be a complex thing because it's not something that you can base simple math on or reach a certain point on the graph and things are guaranteed. It's completely different than that. It's a risk analysis that's done by the lenders, that's done by banks, that's done by intermediaries on these hedge funds to get to a point to where they can say, no, we can no longer accept the risk that you guys are putting our money on, and we need that money back. You need to liquidate these positions. You need to have capital on hand because we can't take what you guys are doing with our money. So let's focus a little bit more on some of the levels we've seen, why they were significant, and what it means for the future of AMC and potential margin calls. So $14.50 was extremely significant because it was a very high level of resistance. Now, what do I mean by high level of resistance? Every time we got to $14.50, there were sell walls. People were willing to sell this stock. Whether it was institutional investors like Wanda, day traders, swing traders, $14.50 proved to be a very strong level of resistance. Well, guess what? We broke through it this week, and $20, that was the recent high that we had seen back in January. That was going to be the next level of resistance. I mean, if you guys were watching the stock price of AMC this week, you know that there was no resistance at $20. We basically blew right through that and really rocketed all the way up to almost $30 per share. So we had an extremely healthy week for AMC stock. And what are we looking at now in terms of resistance? Okay, the all-time high was basically tested pre-market on Friday, and then we blew right through that and made a brand new all-time high at $36 and I believe 74 cents or 76 cents per share, and now that's going to prove a level of resistance for us. So where do these resistance levels come from? It's difficult to say, especially when you're breaking new highs daily. If you're in uncharted territory, if you're breaking into this levels that we haven't seen before, like the 30s, right? AMC stock has never been trading at $36 per share. So why do we see resistance at $36? Couple reasons. I mean, it can be significant. We started the week at $12 per share, and the price tripled to get us to that $36 level. So a lot of traders may have tripled their money just in that week alone, and they were okay with that. They took that. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to say that AMC is extremely, it's under extreme manipulation, and people, the hedge funds are going out and naked shorting at just random levels and creating so many phantom shares out there and so many synthetic shares that it's going to be impossible for us to ever break through. Guys, look, you can fight that battle if you want, but if they're creating shares that nobody knows exist, you're backing yourself into a corner there thinking that they're going to cover shares that never exist. So, yeah, while phantom shares do exist, naked shorting does exist to some extent. It's not something that I can face or focus on and point to and use in my trading. So if it comes to light that there are a ton of phantom shares out there, excellent, icing on the cake to me, but I still believe that AMC has potential to reach these crazy high prices based on the numbers that are actually being reported, based on the short shares that are actually being reported out there. But back to the focus here. So when we're breaking these new highs, resistance levels become psychological. It's just where people are willing to take their profit at. And we saw a lot of profit taking at the $36 per share level. So what does that mean for us moving forward? Does it mean that we can actually go forward and see a margin call triggered based on a price? Well, look, the good news is when we broke through that $20 level, all of the short shares, I say all of them, I can't know that for certain, but I highly doubt that hedge funds have any living short shares from 2016 and so on when AMC was trading in the $30 range. So when we broke $20 per share, the hedge funds were losing on almost, if not all, of their short positions. That is excellent news. Of course, they were gaining on their call options. They were gaining on the shares that they had bought. But look, they're so heavily leveraged to the downside that even if they're gaining on those positions, they're losing so much more on their short positions. So that's what hedge funds do. They play to the upside and they play to the downside. But know that they leverage one way or the other, and they are losing a ton of money. They're losing a ton of money every single day, not only on the borrow rate, but on the stock price going up as well. And it's a beautiful thing. And trying to figure out where we could actually trigger a margin call is tricky, and that brings us to our answer. There's no certain price because it's all based on liquidity. It's all based on the available cash that they have on hand, whether or not they can continue to let that position ride or not. Now, just because they're losing on AMC doesn't mean they're not gaining on other positions. They can sell those positions to create some liquidity, get the available cash on hand that they need to allow AMC to continue riding. So if AMC goes to $30 a share, they could sell another stock. If AMC goes to $40 a share, they could sell another stock. If AMC goes to $50 a share, they could sell another stock. I mean, you kind of see the pattern here, right? If they want to allow this game to go on and they don't want to get margin called, yes, every time they do that, they dig the hole deeper and deeper, and they're getting themselves into a position that they may not be able to get out of. It's going to wreak havoc on their portfolios and wreak havoc on their business. So it's something that they have to consider, but the alternative is telling us that we've won. The alternative is that retail investors beat Wall Street. So are they willing to just fold and let us have all their money? Absolutely not. So you'll see them liquidate other positions and dig that AMC hole even deeper. They'll liquidate and dig, liquidate and dig. And it's good for us in a sense because we can slowly push the price up to $40, $50, $60, $70 a share. And then when we're there and the short squeeze happens, the margin calls come in, shoot, it's going to go from $70 to $700, right? We're going to see that much bigger of an increase because they continue to short shares. They say, well, we're at $40 per share right now. Of course we can take out a short position on it because if we were shorting AMC at $5 per share, of course we're going to short it at $50 per share. That's the logic that they have there. And they truly don't believe in AMC. They truly don't believe in you and I. And I believe that is their downfall, right? They don't know what we're actually capable of. And they don't believe that you and I will do what we say we're going to do. It is as simple as that. And that's why they continue to buy the stock, or that's why they continue to short the stock, and they won't go ahead and cover their short positions. So guys, I hope this was a little bit helpful in understanding that there's no specific price that margin calls will be triggered at. It is a complete game. It is a complete balance of risk, reward, and liquidity versus the risk out there. It's very complex, and there's a lot that the hedge funds can do to drag this on, to pull this thing out, and really allow themselves not to get margin called if they don't want to. So share this video with somebody if you find it helpful. Maybe they'll find it helpful and they'll be able to learn something about what's going on with AMC stock at this point, why we haven't seen any margin calls yet. And of course, the future is looking very, very bright. So let us know down in the comments below what you guys think, where you think AMC stock is going to go to. And of course, if you are willing to hold the stock, If the subscribe button is still red, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Link in the description below for ClayBro.com. Check it out. Get some bro shirts. Get some bro decals for the car. Whatever you want to do out there, I would very much appreciate it, right? And I think you guys are going to like the styles of the shirts, and they're turning out very well. So make sure to check that out. Webull. If you don't have a Webull account yet, make sure to sign up. Use the link in the description below. At least use somebody's link, right? If you don't use mine, use somebody's, your friends, whoever it may be. Use that link. Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm brand new there. Make sure to cut me some slack. And of course, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.